Hi viewers, today I want us to look at this question here on matrices. So we are given matrix A and matrix B. We've been told to show that matrix A times B then transpose is equals to B transpose times A transpose. So now let us start with this one here. A multiplied by B, and then we're going to get its transpose. So matrix A is this one here, and then matrix B is this one. So here we multiply the rows and the columns. So let us start here from the first one. So it is 2 times 1. We're going to have positive 2, and then plus, this is negative 1 times 2. So we're going to have negative 2. So 2 minus 2, it is 0, and then plus 1 times 3, we're going to have 3. So it is this one here. And then let us now go to the first row and the second column. So it is 2 times 0. We're going to have 0, and then plus negative 1 times negative 2. We're going to have positive 2. Positive 2 minus 1. We're going to have positive 1. So here we'll have positive 1. This is positive 1. This one is not supposed to be here. And then now we move to the first row and the third column. So it is 2 multiplied by 4. This is 8 plus this one times this one, it is 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9, and then plus 0. You're going to have 9. So now we move to the second row and the first column. 1 times 1, this is 1, plus this times this one is 0, plus this one negative 2 times 3. You're going to have negative 6. So 1 plus negative 6, you're going to have negative 5. And then we go to the second row and the second column. So this one times this one is 0. 0 times negative 2 is also 0. Negative 2 times negative 1, we're going to have a positive 2. So we'll have positive 2 here. And then we go to the second row and the last column. So it is 1 times 4. This one will give us 4, plus this one times this one is 0, plus this one times this one is also 0. So we're going to have positive 4. We write positive 4 here. And then we go to the third row and the first column. So it is 3 times 1, which gives us 3, plus 4 times 2, it is 8. So 3 plus 8, this is 11. And then plus 2 times 3, 6. So we're going to have 17. So it will give us 17. And then we move to the last row and the second column. So 3 times 0, this one is 0, plus this one times this one is negative 8. So negative 8 plus negative 2, we're going to have negative 10. So this is negative 10. And then we move to the last row and the last column. So 3, this is 3 times 4. This one is 12. 12 plus this one times this one is negative 4. So this one will give us 8, and then plus 0. We're going to have 8. Just like this. So this is now A times B. So let us now write its transpose here. Let us transpose this one. So in transposition now, the number of rows changes to and become the column, and then the number of column changes to rows. So a row like this one here, it changes and become the first column. So it is 3. This is positive 1. 1, and then 9. The second row becomes the second column. So we'll have negative 5, 2, 4, and then the last row becomes the last column. So we're going to have 17 here, -10 and 8. So now this is its transposition now. So let us move to the second part of this question now. B transpose times A transpose. So let us write B here. B, which is 1, 0, 4, 2, -2, -1, 3, -1, 0. So let us transpose this. If we transpose it, we find its transpose. So we change the number of rows to be columns and the number of columns to be rows. So this row here becomes the first column. So they're going to have 1, 0, 4. And then this row becomes the second column. So it is 2, -2, -1. And then 3, -1, 0. 3, -1, 0. So this is the transposition of B. Now let us write A transpose of A. So A transpose is equals to, let us write its matrix now, which is this one here. A is 2, -1, 1. You have 1, 0, -2. You have 3, 4, 2. Now let us transpose this. So if we transpose this, we change this row now to become the column, and then these columns now becomes the rows. So we're going to have 2, 1, 3. This row now, this column becomes the first row, and then this second column becomes the second row. So you're going to have -1, 0, 4, and then lastly you're going to have 1, -2, 2. So this is the transposition of A now. So but here we are supposed to multiply them. The transpose of A and the transpose of B times the transpose of A. So our B transpose is this one, and our A transpose is this one. So let us multiply them. It is 1, 2, 3, 0, -2, -1, 4, -1, 0. So this one is the transposition of B. And then we multiply by the transposition of A, which is this one. 2, 1, 3, -1, 0, 4, 1, -2, 2. So now let us multiply these ones now. So it is 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 2. It's going to give us 2 plus 2 times -1. It is going to give us -2. So 2 minus 2, it is 0. And then 3 times 1, we're going to have 3. 3. So let us go to we are multiplying rows and columns. So we move to the first row, second column. 1 times 1, it is 1 plus, this one is 0 plus -6. So 1 plus -6, we're going to have -5, sorry, -5. And then we go to the first row, the last column. So you're going to have 1 times 3, this is 3, plus this is 8, so it is 11, and then plus 6, you're going to have 17, so it is 17. And then we move to the second row and the first column. So this one is 0 plus +2 plus -1. So +2 plus -1, you're going to have 1 positive. And then we move to the second row and the second column. So this one is 0 This one will also give us 0. This one will give us positive 2. So we're going to write positive 2 here. And then the second row and the last column. So this one is 0 times 3. I'm going to have 0 plus this one is negative 2 times 4, which is negative 8. And then negative 8 plus this is negative 2. So I'm going to have negative 10. Negative 10. And then we move to the last row and the first column. This one will give us 8. 8 and then plus negative 1 times negative 1. It's going to give us positive 1. So 8 plus 1 it is 9 plus 0. So we're going to have 9 positive. And then the last row and the second column. So 4 times 1 it is 4. Negative 1 times 0 it is just 0. And then this one times this one will give us 0. So we're going to write 4. We're going to write 4 here. And then the last row and the last column. This one times this one will give us 12. And then negative 1 times 4. We're going to have negative 4. So 12 minus 4. It is 8. And then plus 0. So this one will give us 8. So this now, we can see this one here resembles this one. So it means that this statement here is true. A times B transposition the same as the transposition of A times the transposition of B. Hence, proven. So this now becomes the final answer.